それもやっぱりそのボクシングっていうものが好きだから、なんかそのボクシングっていう、ステに行った時はもうそういうモード入っちゃうんじゃないですかね。
やっぱり、ボクシングが好きだから、もうそれが一番ですね。はい。このボクシングを盛り上げる、さらに発展していくための、大事な試合ではあるし、発展していくボクシングをやっぱりこれ以上人気をって考えたら絶対に負けちゃいけない試合だと思うし。
In the training camp, Naoya Inoue is stepping up his preparation by teaming up with boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. They are working on his quickness, punching force and ring instincts, which makes his upcoming fight with Junto Nakatani even more interesting. These training sessions are full of energy and know-how, and they add extra excitement to a bout that was already expected to be a fierce battle.
Look, sit, touch, left up. Okay.
Known globally as the
Known around the world as the Monster Inoue has already proven he belongs among the best boxers pound for pound. He has ruled over several weight classes by mixing sharp accuracy, quick hands, and serious knockout strength.
やっぱり今あるこの立場であったり、もちろん家族であったり、そういった、いろんなものが要因となって僕を今こう支えてると思うんですけど、その中で、今32歳になって、なんかこう見えてくるものっていうのは、やっぱり引退、いつかはやっぱり引退っていうものがもう見えてくる時期にはなってるので、じゃあその先に何をするかって考えた時に、やっぱりこう大橋会長のやっぱ後を継ぎたい、それが一番の恩返しか。
But even with all his success, the fight against Nakatani brings a different kind of test. It requires more than just being in top shape. It calls for smart strategy and careful planning inside the ring.
Now.
Swing that body, swing that body, swing it. Swing as hard as you can.
Okay.
These guys, after 12 rounds of fighting, they're not talking. How would you describe your energy in this camp right now?
もう自分自身と向き合っていいトレーニングが積めてますし、ボクシング自体すごく成長できてるなっていう思いが強く。
That is where Manny Pacquiao makes a real difference. People have noticed that both fighters share similar styles, and that has led to a lot of talk. By bringing in Pacquiao's methods, Inoue is clearly working on sharpening his already top-level skills. The goal is to add more accuracy and flexibility without changing who he is as a boxer. In a recent chat with Max Kellerman, Pacquiao spoke highly of Inoue and said his style brings back memories of his own younger years. He pointed out Inoue's speed, footwork, and bold attacking moves as the main similarities. Pacquiao also said that Inoue might be the closest fighter to him in the sport right now.
everyone's looking for the next so-and-so, right? The next Manny Pacquiao. And the guy who's come closest to me is Inoue, the monster.
Inoue.
And you just asked me about Inoue. Are you a big fan of Inoue's?
Yeah, I like him. I like the way he fights.
Is he the closest thing to you? I'm not saying he's as great as you, but is he the closest thing to Pacquiao that we have in the game right now?
Oh yeah, I can say that. Closest to me, because when he started, I went to Japan and then...
Pacquiao emphasized...
In interviews, Pacquiao has stressed that he has been showing Inoue how vital footwork really is. He explained that quick movement and smart angles are key to finding gaps, managing the space between fighters, and getting the most out of your speed.
What the proper punches and techniques like that.
Well, he learned it well.
Yes.
Because he's been giving them the proper punching techniques.
Well, I told him that
Those four divisions.
the most important in boxing is footwork. When you have footwork, then you can do a lot of things.
Right. Is that what Freddie gave you when you got to wild card? Did that take your game to the next level, the footwork?
The footwork is the best, weapon.
Because before Freddie, you were in and out. And then with Freddie, you started giving him more angles,
side
right?
By side, yeah. Side by side. Head
And then
movement, head movement.
it was bad enough when it was just in and out with Manny. Once he started giving him angles, it was a problem. Manny, you spent 3.5 years away from professional boxing before returning in July.
Inoue father and trainer Shingo Inoue has spoken highly of his son's progress. He said that Inoue has grown a lot and is completely ready to take on any opponent. He also pointed out that his experience, hard work and overall development have pushed him to a higher level.
いや、もうスイッチは入ってますよ。はい、で結構本人の切り替えもうまいんですよ。やっぱりこう抜くとか抜いたりとか、疲れが溜まってるなっていう時はやっぱ自分に言ってきて、今日ちょっと抜いていいとか、やっぱ自分ですごいコントロールしてバランス取ってます。はい。ただ練習モードに入るともうガチッと入るんで、もうそこはもうしっかりもうスイッチが入ってます。もうそうですね。はい。もうこの27、でもそれをしっかりやることによって必ずつながると思うんですよ。ただ気持ちはもうこの27日、この目の前の試合だけですね。
最高の試合を見せてやろうという気持ちではいます。
On media day before his fight with Junto Nakatani, Naoya Inoue put on an impressive display during pad work. He showed fast hands, clean combinations, and very precise shots. It was a clear sign that he is in top shape and fully prepared for this big matchup. Nakatani also comes into this fight without a loss. He is a 3-division world champion who recently moved up to super bantamweight and earned his chance at becoming the undisputed king. While Inoue is known for his explosive attacks and smart aggression, Nakatani stands out for his calm demeanor, long-range offense, and skill at managing the space between him and his opponent. Junto Nakatani has been going through a very tough training period. He has focused on high-level sparring with skilled world-class partners to recreate the pressure of fight night. His team has worked hard on timing, endurance, and making smart tactical changes so he can adapt to different styles before this big fight with Naoya Inoue. Trainer Rudy Hernandez has spoken highly of Junto Nakatani in interviews, calling him the best boxing student he has ever trained. He pointed out Nakatani's strong discipline, clear focus, and quick ability to learn new things. Hernandez said that his dedication to training sets him apart from others and makes him a truly special fighter in the sport.
Junto's one of the best boxing students that I've ever met. You know, from the day one, he came to the gym with an open mind, and he's never questioned anything that we've ever done. He executes.
ジュントの他の選手と違うところは引き出しの多さなんじゃないかなっていう。ジュント的にはあまり対戦相手に対しての対策っていうものを少しはありますけど、本人の能力を高めていくっていうトレーニングに重きを置いているっていうのは感じ。
Nakatani offensive style is often compared to a bow and arrow system. He starts by using his lead hand like a measuring stick to control the distance. Once he finds the right range and timing, he fires straight shots or sharp-angled punches from the backhand. He waits for the right moment and strikes suddenly after pulling his opponents in. His game is built on accuracy and timing instead of throwing many punches. He also uses body punches well and often finds openings when opponents keep their guard high. With smooth head movement and different punching angles, Nakatani creates tricky patterns that are hard to predict or counter.
Remember that knockout that Nakatani did against Maloney? Yeah, man, something like that can happen. You know, I noticed that even though like Nakatani, he has a type of style where, you know, he's like, I don't know, it's like you're born like a bow and arrow. You know what I mean? Like you give a person a bow and arrow, and he pull that thing back and let released, and then, you know, then take off and run and try to hide behind something, you know, and pull that bow and arrow back and release. That's the style that, like, for me, Nakatani has. You know, he has that fencing type of style up front where he uses that the lead hand to control distance and range and to, you know, win that lead hand battle, to be able to set up that bow and arrow backhand that he got where he can throw it straight.
Tim Bradley points out a small flaw in Inoue's defense that comes up from time to time. When Inoue steps into range, he sometimes crosses his feet instead of moving with clean steps. This minor habit can throw off his balance and positioning for a moment, and it can bring his head closer to his opponent than he means to. He has been caught in similar spots before, including moments in the fight with Cardenas when angled counters landed. The worry is that a fighter like Nakatani, who builds his game on timing and sharp angles, could pick up on this and use it against him. Nakatani likes to throw counters from slightly off-center positions, and if Inoue steps in carelessly or crosses his feet again, Nakatani could land a sharp hook or a long backhand shot. These punches become extra dangerous when a fighter is in the middle of a step or shifting their weight, because that is when their defense is least stable and hardest to adjust.
Nakatani was a guy that's going to beat anyway. And he has a damn good chance of beating him, man. It's going to be... he's got to be, he's going to have to catch Inoue offline. He has that offline shot that Inoue gets hit with quite often. Cardenas was able to hit him with an offline shot. Neri was able to hit him and hurt him with an offline shot, man. And Nakatani, he has those offline shots, especially with that backhand. And he can walk him into it. You know, Inoue still has a bad habit of crossing his feet. He'll cross that lead foot. That's what happened when he fought against Cardenas. He crossed the front foot first. He stepped with the front foot to close the distance instead of the back foot to go right. And he brought his head closer to his opponent. That's the reason why Cardenas was able to, you know, go left and then swing back right with the left hook and catches it as he's trying to reposition.
At the same time, Carl Froch has praised Naoya Inoue as one of the most flawless fighters in modern boxing. Froch talked about Inoue's historic run of winning world titles in 4 weight classes and becoming undisputed in 2 of them, which is something very few boxers have done. In Froch's view, Inoue's technical skill and knockout power make him seem almost unbeatable when he is at his best. By taking apart top opponents in such a clean and efficient way, Inoue has built a reputation as a once-in-a-generation fighter. Froc's words reflect what many people are starting to agree on, that Inoue is not just a champion but a complete tactical force, and his legacy keeps growing with every strong performance he delivers in the ring.
And is he unbeatable? Well, he looks unbeatable. And the fight ended at the start of round 7. Listen, Inoue is sharp, he's compact, he's got a nice tight defence, he blocks shots with his gloves, but he also got quick reflex slips, he slips back, he's on his toes. He's on his toes a lot when he's in range, but he walks in kind of flat-footed. He puts pressure on with his feet, walks in with that tight defence, and he looks solid. But I think with his speed and his counter-punch, his accuracy, and the fact that he's punching hard body and head and looking to counter most shots that come at him, he's just such a good fighter. I mean, he doesn't really put a foot wrong. He gets clipped with the odd shot. I've seen him on the floor once before. He climbed up to win in him.
In the latest sparring session open to the media, people noticed that Junto Nakatani legs look much stronger and more developed. This suggests he has put a lot of work into building lower body strength and stability. The change may mean he's getting ready to plant his feet more and go for knockout shots instead of just trying to outscore his opponents. At the same time, reporters were impressed by his speed, which was still very sharp even with the extra muscle and weight. Veteran journalist Lance Pugmire said he was blown away by how quick Nakatani looked during training. That is a strong comment coming from someone who has watched many top fighters over the years. This mix of added power and preserved speed is seen as a worrying new development in Nakatani game.
Reporters were at his most recent sparring session, or his last sparring media session, and they noticed that his legs are much bigger. Like he's put a lot of time and effort into lower half strength, which means that he's going to want to sit down on his shots. He's going to want to end this, which I found pretty interesting as well. I mean, all fighters want to end fights, but it's just one thing that the Japanese media took from the media workouts.
That's interesting. Lance Pugmire from Boxing Scene, he went to watch Nakatani train with Rudy Hernandez, and he was amazed at his speed. He was really blown away. And Lance has been in the sport for a long time. He's been to a lot of camps. He's seen a lot of guys live. But like for him to say that a fighter's speed stuck out is meaningful to me. And so he's still got the speed, even though he's putting on weight in the lower half. It's a good sign. That's a good sign if you're Team Nakatani.
Yeah, because I once again, you're only as good as you.
Many experts are predicting that Naoya Inoue will win by a close decision, either unanimous or majority, rather than by an early knockout. Most people expect this to be a very competitive and smartly fought battle with shifts in momentum and at least one knockdown possible for either fighter, because both have serious power and accuracy.